Today, let's talk about something that is sometimes overlooked in most of our workplaces, experiencing joy. Oftentimes, we're so focused on our daily tasks and responsibilities that we forget to take the time to experience this emotion. On the last slide was a picture of myself and my principal, John Jonak, one of the greatest guys I know. And we help to lead these people, our staff, our consummate joy makers. When you walk through our hallways, you can see, hear, and feel the joy that permeates throughout. It truly is a magical place to work. In fact, one of our parents let me know that she views our school as magic in a box. Our staff, the joy makers, are definitely responsible for that. They have a genuine passion for working with one another, and as a direct result, our school culture is at an all-time high. Additionally, our student achievement is rising each year. Now, can I stand in front of you and honestly say that we are all happy every single day? No. But what I can say is that John and I feel personally responsible for generating singular moments of joy within ourselves and our staff each day. Laughing is mandatory. So why are we so determined to experience joy during the workday? Well, research very clearly indicates that there's a direct link between experiencing joy and fueling success. Previously, popular thought was success produced joy. However, the opposite is true. With joy, positive emotions flood our brains with dopamine, dialing up our learning centers to achieve higher levels. And aesthetically speaking, when it comes to evoking joy, round, flowing, and glowing shapes are universal to almost all individuals. After the Sandy Hook tragedy, architects rebuilt the school to promote positivity and joy in the wake of sadness. This is what they came up with. Notice the curved design, the flowing nature, and the colors. Aesthetics do matter, something to think about as we return to our angular schools tomorrow. In all of this, the ultimate question is, what brings you joy? Round and glowing objects such as fireworks and bubbles, collaborating with colleagues. I want you to think about that as we begin to talk about what brings joy to others in our school. Your staff and students are your two most important stakeholders, and eliciting joy within them is vital to your climate. In conducting some research of my own, I asked our students and staff, what brings them joy? This student answered butterflies, but most emphasized their connections with others in the school. Accordingly, hard data says students should socialize in different ways to feel joy. Ideas such as music during passing periods, hands-on activities like STEAM and Makerspace, and even an educational assistance dog. John brought an EAD to our school this year, and we're already seeing the positive results. Speaking of positive results, have you ever seen anyone that joyful coming out of a police car? This student told me that winning a ride to school was one of his greatest joys that week. Research has found that community socialization opens up neural pathways and encourages joyful relationships. Being outside also creates joyful feelings, so giving your students opportunities in environments outside the classroom walls is essential, no matter the season. Fortunately, all of this research about students also applies to your staff. Honoring your staff allows them to experience joy in the long term. Honor them by really listening. Do you know who they are outside of school? What makes them tick? What brings them joy? Celebrate them beyond a well done at a faculty meeting. Wish them happy birthday during your morning announcements and have the students acknowledge it during the day. Encourage student-staff activities, incorporate team building challenges, and fun themes into your meetings. How about a nacho bar party while talking about data? Cancel a meeting once in a while. Share a fun, practical joke to keep your staff laughing. That was me jumping out of a box, scaring staff in our office. Ask your staff what brings them joy and make that happen. Now let's get back to the question I asked you earlier. What brings you joy at work? I guarantee most of you said your students. We too take this to heart. Whether it's a silly skit for a talent show or a little pool noodle duel, we make certain to experience joy firsthand with our students. Who's your support system? Who makes you laugh? One of my biggest supporters is 12. During lunches together, she teaches me valuable lessons about life and in turn brings me joy every day. Who does this for you? They are your joy makers. Tell them, thank them. You wouldn't be the same without them. Lastly, what is your passion? Incorporate it into your job every day. Your job is your direct link to joy. The journey to joy will always be a work in progress. John and I have learned that it is important to not only celebrate our own joy, but to inspire it within our students and staff. Be the joy maker in your school. Be the leader who creates magic in a box.